Alright, so this is a thoughts on video about all the Transformers movies. We're both going to talk about them this time.
Yeah.
If you saw my Transformers the Last Night video, or review, I went on about that movie for a while, and he didn't see it,
Yeah.
but he did see the first four. So we're going to talk about those and what Transformers kind of meant to us when we were younger. So, it's 2007. Let me set the scene for you here. It's 2007. I'd seen billboards and friggin' cardboard cutouts and posters everywhere for Transformers.
Yeah, I even seen
Trailers.
vehicles with like Transformer
Yes.
logos and stuff.
Yellow Camaros are like really popular at the time.
Yeah.
This Transformers was back. Everyone was loving it. I go to see this movie opening weekend with my grandparents. Weird choice to see this movie with, but but I was super pumped because it was like I had no clue what it was. I never seen the cartoon when this movie came out. I never had. Cartoon's a lot better than the future movies, but I saw this movie and I was in heaven. I remember loving the first movie so much.
Yeah,
God.
me too. I mean,
It was like,
it was like
the best movie of 2007 for
even to this
no,
day.
I don't well that's fine, but like I mean like it's not the best movie of 2007 now, cause it has its problems, but like at the time when you're like 6 or 7 years old, whatever.
Yeah, you don't think about it.
Yeah, you don't think about it. It's like you just learn to see dumb nonsense on the screen and enjoy it. And it is stupid. It doesn't make much sense, but it's pretty awesome.
First one.
Well, yeah, I still have this DVD's been through a lot. Like you can see all the wear and tear for how many times I like watched this thing. All this there's a lot of crap on, like the slip covers torn up. It's like this thing's battered. Like for how many times I watched this movie when I was little. So, it was like the best thing ever when you're like 7 years old. And nowadays, actually, I'll get to that in a sec. I'll let you talk more because I had to go on my big tangent.
Yeah, this is one movie, the first one. Now, I mean, even to this day, I still like it. I mean, it's just something that was a part of my childhood and that it's like with me. But anyways, I mean, in my opinion, this is the best out of all four of them.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
Especially after seeing The Last Night. I respect the first one so much more.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I guess that's our thoughts on the first movie. I'll say, even to this day, I still enjoy this movie. I went back and watched it yesterday. It still holds up pretty well.
It's just one of the movies that you
fun.
just can't say it's terrible.
It's just a lot of fun. I mean, it's just simple fun. It's dumb, but it's fun. Anyway, okay, come 2009. I think it is 2009. Okay, Transformers was huge. Everyone loved Transformers at the time. Everyone was so excited to see Revenge of the Fallen. And, okay, opening weekend, once again, actually came out on a Wednesday like this new one did. So I saw it on a Sunday because I had school the week it came out. Or no, I didn't because it was summer, so I had something to do. I was on vacation or something. But the Sunday before, or what is it? It's a Sunday. I remember very fondly. I went to the theater with my dad because I'll give a little backstory here. Saw the first one with my grandparents. Grandfather's still alive. Grandma was not at the time. She had just died. This new movie had just come out. Just a side note. Shouldn't be smiling like that. But I'm just excited to talk about it. Okay. I'm setting the mood here. So, we go to the marquee. Sold out. Revenge of the Fallen. Sold out for the showtime we needed. So, we got tickets for the showtime like an hour later. Okay. We come back in like 30 minutes later. Every seat's filled. In this huge stadium auditorium. We had to sit in the front row. Okay. So, movie starts, and of course, I'm in heaven. I loved this movie when I was little. Because I don't think about these things when you don't think about it when you're 8 years old at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like you just don't think about it. And I was having such a good time afterwards. My dad was like, "Ugh, that was really." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, it's so awesome, yeah." Got it for my birthday. Was really content with it. Nowadays, this movie sucks.
Yeah. You watch it now, it's like
This movie sucks. God. Yeah, this Revenge of the Fallen. It's such a just like this new one. It's such a convoluted mess. Ah, God. It doesn't make any sense. It was written during the writer's strike, so they had to just kind of make a movie. They only had like, I don't even know if they had any time to write a script. It's like every day they came to the shoot, and they were like, we wrote these pages, do this thing now. They string a whole bunch of random scenes in together to make somewhat of a plot. I don't know. It makes no sense. It's so freaking stupid. Shia LaBeouf magically has a hand cast in the movie. It's like, it's really freaking stupid. It sucks. You.
Alright, just give me some ideas. Let's cut this.
Okay. So, this is the first movie in this franchise where we had an hour-long battle at the end. Like, the first movie was like 30 minutes of it. It was a lot of fun. This one's like an hour of the same crap going over and over again.
Yeah.
And this is where it started being the same movie.
It's pretty much like, we came to see this movie right here, we spent $10, and we pretty much got the same thing as the first.
Yeah, it's just a downgraded version of it. With more dumb explosions, headache-inducing explosions, racist robots. I mean, it's freaking...
Racist robots.
Yeah, and like, the new one has them too, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, not quite as much.
It just doesn't make any sense.
God. It's Megan Fox. I forgot to talk about her. She's insanely hot, don't get me wrong. She's awful. Her acting is really bad. Even in the first movie. Like, I went back and watched the first movie, her acting is so bad. She's the worst part of the first movie. Like, she's like the one thing I hate about that movie. No, she's okay in a couple scenes, I'll give her that. In this movie, she improves slightly, but she's still pretty bad. And the script is just completely awful. Michael Bay has come out and said this movie sucks.
Michael Bay, yeah.
Michael Bay has come out and said this movie sucks. Okay, I'm not a Michael Bay hater. I'll have to put that out. I always make myself sound like I am. I'm not. I like 13 Hours. I like, let me think what else I like. I like Armageddon. It's guilty pleasure. I like the first Transformers. I like the third Transformers. I didn't really like Pain and Gain. Let me think. I liked both of the Bad Boys movies. So I like Michael Bay. I like The Island. I like Michael Bay movies. I've seen all of Michael Bay's movies. And I like a good portion of them. This movie is just... It's awful. It's probably the worst one of the franchise. Even with this new one out, I think this is still the worst. So, I know you said you didn't remember a lot about it, so I'm assuming you don't have much else to say.
I've only seen it one time. It was
I've seen it a few. I've seen it a few, man. But the third one, Dark of the Moon. Okay.
Yeah, the third one.
This is the only other movie in this franchise I actually like. So,
yeah.
With Dark of the Moon, the first 2/3 of the movie are a little slow. They're a little dull at times, but entertaining enough to get you through the movie fine. It's like a C+. It's not necessarily...
mediocre.
Yeah, it's not really good, but it's not that bad either. Then the final act comes in, and it's actually a lot of fun. Some of the action's a bit incomprehensible. You can't see some of it.
Yeah, I remember that, though.
Yeah.
Too.
But the CGI is still really good. It's a lot of fun seeing Optimus Prime slice through things. It's a lot of fun seeing robots fight. It's what we come to these movies for.
Yeah.
They do focus way too much on the humans in these movies, I will say that much. The new one does, like, as much as I didn't really like, or I didn't like the last night, it does kind of keep a balance between humans and Transformers enough. Even if it's still such a boring movie. But no, I was entertained thoroughly with Dark of the Moon. I've seen it a few times, as have I all of these movies, because it's still a nostalgic thing for me. 2011. Okay, I don't remember much about seeing this movie in theaters. I remember seeing it in theaters, but I don't remember if it was a crowded pack. I don't think it was I don't think it was insanely crowded, really, because Revenge of the Fallen, a lot of people did not like it. So... the third one didn't do quite as well. It was opening weekend. It was like half full in there. It was like half full when I saw it today. And it's opening day, so that's not very good.
Yeah,
but
it seems like people are getting tired of like...
They should be. It's the same freaking thing. But I like Shia LaBeouf in these movies too, so it's like he's part of the reason why it's like I actually don't mind it.
I mean, they've watched the second one and they're like, this is not near as great as the first one, and then like, the third one comes out.
I'm not going to defend either the first or the third as anything great, but they were Transformers, for the most part. they weren't humans starring Transformers as well.
Yeah.
It's like, it was enough of humans, some entertaining characters, but Transformers. And Leonard Nimoy is always a plus, so there you go. Alright, that's essentially the third movie in a nutshell. Could have had some stuff cut out of it, but whatever. Fourth movie comes around. Okay. So, this I do remember seeing in theaters. After it had gotten panned, like, all these movies got panned by critics, but like, this one in particular got the most panned until this new movie came out. The new movie got panned more than Age of Extinction did. So I was going into this thinking it was gonna suck. And, okay. In 2014, I was a retard. At least kind of. Because I thought Transformers Age of Extinction was the greatest movie in the franchise, was like one of the best movies of the year.
Oh yeah, I don't think.
I matured a few months later. I can't stand what I was back then. Okay. I don't think this movie's awful. Like, I made it sound like I was gonna say something. It's awful. I enjoy some things in the fourth movie.
Yeah,
it's not
me
good.
too. Like,
It's not good at all.
some of the fighting I enjoyed.
Oh yeah, some of the action's actually okay. The score's really good actually. Mark Wahlberg's a good new addition. They scrapped Shia LaBeouf's character, so there's that. But Mark Wahlberg's a suitable lead, as is he in this new movie. His daughter, while I thought she was a bit annoying, they have okay chemistry. Her boyfriend, though, he was my least favorite thing in that movie. God, I hated him. Is he on the front? Yeah, he's on the front. Okay. Okay. Let's focus. This dude. Screw him. Which is weird for me to say, because that dude's a great actor. Yeah. I've seen him do some great stuff. He was in Sing Street, and that's a great movie, and he's really, really good in it. But that character sucks. And the movie's really, it's bad, but it's not like awful. It's just bad.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the greatest.
I think it won the best picture, or worst picture at the Razzies that year. I'm not sure about that, but I think it did. But yeah, so it got panned pretty bad. It's bad, but it's not like that bad. It's a watchable movie. All these movies, even the second one, which I hate, has some like funny, entertaining things, like unintentionally hilarious things in it, that make it somewhat entertaining. And I'm not gonna talk about The Last Night in this video because I already did that, or at least a lot. But I do want to say this about The Last Night. Nothing. There's barely a single thing that's entertaining in that movie. But like the rest of these movies had something of entertainment value.
Yeah.
And that's really all I can say about that. Your thoughts on the fourth one aside from what you've already said?
Yeah, so apart from the action, like just like in general, it's not that great. And I'm trying to get it in my head.
You've only seen it once?
Yeah.
I've seen it a few times as well. Regrettably so, but whatever.
Yeah.
This new one I'm not going to watch again, though, I don't think.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
gonna buy
remember
it.
the comedy was kind of lame.
Oh, yeah, the comedy is lame.
Yeah, the comedy, yeah, it's lame.
Oh, and it's some of the worst in this new one. It's not the worst. I think the second one has worse humor.
But from all the Transformer movies, you can tell, like, they're based on action.
Oh, yeah.
And fighting.
Which is fine, but they take too much time with the humans. That's the worst problem.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the action you can't see, which they do kind of fix in this new movie, but by the time the supposedly entertaining action sequences are supposed to start in The Last Night, you don't care.
Yeah.
You're done.
You're ready
checked
to get
out.
this done with.
You're like, let's just wrap this up. But it's not awful, this fourth one, but it's just not very good. That's essentially our thoughts in a nutshell on Transformers. I have Transformers toys here. That's like, I was a Transformers fan. I have my Bumblebee somewhere. I don't know where he went.
Optimus Prime.
But I have Bumblebee somewhere. But that's my point. I don't want to hate on these movies. Like I really didn't want to hate The Last Night. I'm gonna talk about it a little more. I did not want to hate it at all, but I had heard it sucked, so that let my expectations down. But I was like, I'll be a bit optimistic on this one. I'll go in. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, one thing
I'm
I
done.
feel like Transformers, if I know they're coming out with another movie, I just feel like it should make more sense. I feel like they should improve in the comedy. Don't just work on like
Michael Bay's leaving, so all those Michael Bayisms will help. At least I hope he's leaving. He says he's leaving. I believe he's gonna leave this time, because Mark Wahlberg said he's leaving too. So, but yeah. So I hope. Let's hope.
And, just don't make it like as boring. Like, make it fun throughout the whole movie, pretty much.
Yes.
Get everyone's attention to where. I mean, it's not
what the first movie did.
Yeah.
Have that fun, like nostalgic feeling you
like,
can get from watching Transformers, the old cartoons, which I will talk about the cartoon movie just briefly. It's not really gonna be part of this. It's a decent cartoon movie. It's actually pretty decent.
I've seen some of the cartoons.
The cartoon as itself is fun. The movie cartoon, or the cartoon movie from like the 90s is decent. But no, it's a decent cartoon movie. It's serviceable. That's all I can say about that one, really.
But hey, it's free.
There we go. But yeah, so that's our thoughts on Transformers. Yep. For the most part. I'll do this again.
Cut.
I swear I have like bronchitis or something. Okay.
Alright.
But yeah, so I guess that's really it. So,
Yep.
so peace, please.